Hey guys, good morning. It is a balmy Saturday morning here in Washington, D.C. Back at the garden. I just wanted to come in this morning actually. It's like our 13th day in a row, over 100 degrees. Heat index is somewhere between 105 and 110. Very non-typical for this climate for D.C. We definitely start to become like a swamp a little bit in the summer, but last couple weeks have been absolutely awful. So I like to get out here. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and like to get out here early, even though the sun is up. As you can see, it's beaming on me right now, but I like to get out here and do an early morning watering. And just kind of do like a deep soak on a lot of the vegetables. So I got my hose here, doing a bit of watering, trying to keep everything about as hydrated as possible. And you see here we have, can you see that? Yeah, eggplant, Black Beauty eggplant coming in. Look at how prolific. This is a gladiator style tomato. So if you just look at all the fruits on there, it's amazing. Oops, I got stuck in the netting there. But look at how prolific the fruit is on this tomato. And then all the way up. Back here is a better boy. And look at the size of those tomatoes. And, you know, a lot of people have their own preference on how they like to water, how they like to maintain their beds. I definitely, with this type of heat during the daytime, like to give all of my vegetables a nice soaking early in the morning. This helps them throughout the day. Probably one of the worst things some people can do is water in the middle of the day when that plant is just, trying to fend off the heat and the humidity, and you're just going to overstress the plant if you try to water it. So it's going to try to feed and fend off the inclement weather all at the same time. You can just stress your plant out. If you look back there, sorry about the shadow, but look at those tomatoes. It's just absolutely beautiful. These things are probably 4 or 5 inches around. And I just like to get in there and just let the hose shower just run, soak it into the roots, get it all the way around. As you know, those roots grow out and around the base of the plant. We got a beautiful Black Beauty Black Beauty eggplant coming in. And there's another eggplant up here. Let me walk around to the front of this bed. This one right here, I don't know if you can see the color on that. It's a white and purple eggplant, and the variety is Listradia, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Post a message down below. I can't quite get down to see the label while I'm watering, but it's a beautiful looking eggplant. You can see right there again. It's a white and light purple. I'm not sure if the specific variety, but as you see, even more tomatoes in there. And then again, we're just doing a really nice deep soaking. We have peas. Still have a little bit of peas left coming in along the front here. But I've definitely found over the years, getting a nice early morning soaking on your bed can be very, very beneficial, because you're not stressing the plant. The plant, in a sense, is kind of just waking up. As I said, it's about 8:30 here in the morning. And we get a nice deep soaking so that plant can feed a little bit before it has to fend off that hot summer sun and the immense amount of humidity that we get here in the DC region. So we'll move over to what I call my squash bed. which is just this little 3-foot by 6-foot bed. I bought it, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I thought I was going to use it in my backyard. Ended up not putting it together. Or actually, no, I did do one because I bought 2. I installed one, and didn't work for me. It was too small. But I had so much excess this year. We actually have down there, if you see, let me see if I can move this leaf. Down there where the water's flowing, we have squash coming in. Wonderful. But yeah, so this bed, I had so much excess of vegetables that I had germinated. I had extra beans, I had extra squash. I don't even know what half of these squash are because it's part of that assorted pack that I bought. And if you look here in the middle, I actually put a pot, cut out the bottom, and then I did another one back here. Cut out the bottom, filled it with soil, and I actually put Market More cucumbers in there. They're doing well, growing up this trellis that I built, like a little teepee almost. So this bed is going to be flourishing this week, actually. We have squash coming in already. So as you see, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different squash plants, 4 different cucumbers, and then right here, and then back there we have beans. So in a little 3-foot by 6-foot bed, you obviously wouldn't have to do squash in all of them. One of these pots here that has the cucumbers could be a tomato, could be an eggplant, and then I just had a bunch of squash, so I figured I'll use this bed, and it's actually doing quite good. I just put down soil, and then I topped it with a cedar mulch just to help with the weeds. I mean, if you look at this bed, I have not touched this bed in a couple weeks, only watering. There is not a weed in this bed. Quite awesome. And I'm sure in the fall, once the seeds from the trees and other weeds around the area get blown around, it's going to have some weeds over time, I'm sure. But for now, this is the absolute weedless bed that I've ever seen. And shoot, it's been probably 2 months since I planted everything. We're now at the first weekend of July. So I did this bed probably mid-May, probably like around Mother's Day. And I didn't start it from seed. I germinated all of these squash and cucumber, and then I transplanted them into this bed. But in this small little square foot, 6 by 3, you can get a lot of growth in a small footprint. Great for a small backyard or maybe a small front yard. Would actually, this little bed, I think this aluminum bed was maybe like $50 or something. I think I bought 2 of them for $100. I'll see if I can find a link. Probably Amazon or somewhere online. I definitely know I ordered it, and then it came in the flat sheets, and I just screwed everything together. But another great way to be able to get a small footprint and then get as much growth as you see in this small little bed very rapidly, just by putting it together, dropping some soil in, and then there you go. 3 foot by 6 foot. Sorry about the shadows, but I'm out here trying to beat the heat of the sun and the humidity that's coming in today. So just yesterday or the day before, I did the squash here in the community bed and then mulched that in. This is where we used to have those beans, if you remember. And then I have cucumbers along the back there, carrots down here below, and then beans and some more cucumber along this wall. But I just wanted to jump in quickly and kind of reiterate my method with the hot summer sun. Everyone's in a different climate, but I definitely like to get out early in the morning, usually earlier than this if I could get out by 6:30 or 7 before the sun really starts to break. It's a Saturday today, so I kind of took my time getting out and about. But yeah, you need to definitely, method of my madness that definitely helps is getting out early, getting a nice deep soaking, not trying to stress your plants in the middle of the hot afternoon, and just allowing them to feed off of the watering and the nutrients early in the morning gives them a great start throughout the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Back in the community bed, Urban Gardener DC. Do me a favor, if any of this content, any of my methods of madness makes sense to you, give me a comment down below. Love to hear from you. Maybe hear what you're doing in your climate as well. Do me a favor and smash that like button if this content is helping or entertaining or anything for you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'm trying to do content at least once a week. It gets a bit much throughout the week to constantly provide new stuff, but if you guys just like basic updates like this, more than happy to provide them. I'm going to go ahead and finish watering the rest of this bed and get the heck out of this hot sun, and I'll be over here later this evening to check on everything and probably doing a late afternoon or early evening watering as well, just to help give my beds the optimum opportunity to fend off this 13 or 14 days straight of north of 100-degree temperatures. Humidity's at like 70%. It's just, it's brutal, right? I don't live in Arizona, thankfully, but yes, the Washington, D.C. climate, it becomes a swamp in July every summer, and we're seeing the brunt of that right now. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and chime off. I will see you on the next video.